What's going on, beach bums? It is Puerto Vallarta Day, Tuesday, July 11th here. We are doing the greatest outdoor adventure with barbecue lunch. That's our excursion today. You'll get, just so you know, when you sign up for any excursion, I'm guessing it has tickets and stuff through Carnival. You'll get this envelope with the tickets inside. It'll be at your door behind the cabin number sign, so it'll have all the information. If you happen to do this one, so throughout today I will be just jumping on and kind of giving little updates on things to just consider. So this one is you got to meet at the pier 15 minutes before the start time. The departure time is at 12:30, or departure time I should say is 12:30 p.m. So we will be headed down that way. One thing to also remember is that we are 1 hour behind Pacific time, Long Beach time. So keep that in mind when you're setting your alarms or that kind of thing. So luckily for me, I had heard Chris, the cruise director, mentioning it, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna not tell my daughters so they can, so make sure that I have two teenagers and one basically almost a teenager anyway, so I want to make sure that we had plenty of time, so I just let them go ahead and wake up at the normal time anyway. So just keep that in mind. Little side note there. What else? So on this adventure, make sure if you're gonna do it, closed-toe shoes, and it's got a lot of physical activity. We're gonna take a speedboat ride. I think there's like a truck ride out to where we need to go. I think there's like a mules, like we're gonna ride on mules, and then some zip lining and rappelling, stuff like that. So should be fun. Again, like I said, I'll keep you updated throughout the day. Supposedly there's lockers there. I brought some water shoes with me. I think it said something about no cameras or no personal photos taken. I think they sell photos as well, so that's why. So just again, as I learn things as we move along, a lot of this is just stuff that I read on their little very brief description, and then reading on Facebook posts. So anyway, that's just the intro for today, and I'll keep you in the loop throughout the day. Stay tuned. Talk to y'all later. Okay, beach bums, we're just waiting for our excursion to leave. I just wanted to point out, just because it's not very obvious, when you get off the ship, there's no one really, well, at least when we got off around noonish, there wasn't anybody telling us where to go or what to do. So you have to, when you leave, the ship is back behind me, and then you're gonna get off back there. There you go, back that way. And then we had to walk like we're leaving, and then there's like this little area where you'll see it kind of roped off or whatever, and you'll see the sign that says tours over here. So you'll see this, so that's what you're looking for. And then over here, so all the different tours are going to be over here, and then you'll wait. So the other tour just left. Our tour will be leaving here in about 9 minutes or so. So just keep that in mind. Again, not totally obvious. Unfortunately, no one from Carnival was here to tell us as we're getting off the ship. Some other ports, like those that know, I traveled in Ensenada a lot. As soon as you get off the ship, you'll see all the little places. There was none of that. So just walk down, and then Lexi wants to say hi. Hi, say hi. So we're excited. We're trying to get on this. We're trying to get on this adventure. The family's all excited. A little nervous for some of this stuff for sure. What do you guys think? Are you excited?
Hey y'all! Am I excited? Yes.
What are you excited for? The most? What are you excited for?
Ziplining or rappelling? I don't really remember anything else. Is that the thing that's the air?
No, that's zip lining. So there we go. Yeah. What about you, babe? What are you excited about?
What are you excited about?
Put you on the spot.
Be off the ship.
To be off the ship, yeah. She has not been feeling good. Her and Adriana.
I've not been feeling good.
And do something.
Oh, and my little ear. Guys, look at my ear.
Okay, yeah. So just as a side note, if you guys get motion sickness, so I don't know if you see that, it's you can go for $9. For $9, yeah, it's natural. Just they do pressure points. My wife did it too.
One of mine fell though.
Right. So it was $9 up at the spa.
Free to reapply.
And then if it falls off or whatever, yeah, they'll reapply it. So, and it's waterproof. But yeah, it helps. It helps with balance. Helps with the nausea. Helps them. So just keep that in mind for those of you that don't want to use Dramamine or something. If you want, again, $9 up in the spa. They'll take care of you.
And then free refill.
Free refills if it falls off. All right, talk to y'all later. Okay, so it is 12:35 local time, ship time, I guess. Make sure, again, I mentioned that earlier, go off of ship time. Bye-bye Panorama. We are following our tour excursion coordinator. He's way up in the front over there. I'm guessing we're gonna jump on a shuttle at some point. Yeah, I think I see a shuttle pulling up over there. And at some point we're gonna get on a speedboat, mule rides, things like that. So anyway, follow along. Talk to y'all in a bit. All right, so we are actually getting on the speedboat. That speedboat is right over there. So got off the ship, waited over there by Panorama, and we're going to be headed out on the speedboat here. Fun time. So I'm going to switch to my waterproof GoPro. See you in a bit.
It's going to be split in 2 separate groups, and then you guys are going to continue with your tour. Once you guys are done, we're going to take you back in here, okay? So let's go, because I know it's getting hot. And as a friendly reminder, this is a speedboat, so please hold on to your hats and sunglasses that you may have on your head. So vámonos.
Vámonos. Vámonos.
So please enjoy the tour, have fun, see you on the way back. And the most important part is, as a favor, don't forget to save some money for tacos and beers. All right? Awesome.
So there's a 25-minute speedboat ride over. We're gonna get dropped off over there.
We're gonna go to the castle. That's all.
I know. So we're gonna get dropped off in that little area, and then off to the next whatever it is that we're gonna do. Look at that beautiful house.
Look at that
Holy
house.
smokes!
My goodness.
Yeah, goals. All right, talk to y'all in a bit. All right, now we're just following the next guide. So I think this is the 12th ride. We'll see. All right. Okay, so after the speedboat ride, we're just waiting over here. There's like a little staging area waiting for the trucks that are going to transport us to the next location. If you forgot to bring water like we did, we forgot to bring water. It's really warm, humid. Again, this is July. There's like a little convenience store right across the street here. We just went and got some water from there. There's also a pharmacy right here that has water or pharmaceutical needs. But anyway, just so you know, if you forgot, that first stop right after the speedboat ride, you can get some water, some snacks or whatever. I think the lunch is going to be later, so again, if people are hungry, my wife got some chips and stuff for the kids. So all right, just wanted to let you know. Talk to y'all soon. All right, the second leg of our transportation to this excursion is here. It's these big yellow trucks, so you'll be sitting in the back of these. Just be aware. So those that that's why they tell you, you know, if you have back issues, things like that. I'm sure it's not gonna be super comfortable, but here we go. Okay, GoPro has to go away, so just know once you get up to get ready to go to do the zipline adventure and stuff like that, no GoPros, so I'm gonna have to put it away. Long bumpy ride coming up there. I just want to let you know, long bumpy ride. So if you have back issues, pregnant, like that, I mean, they tell you can't do it anyway. There's definitely a reason for that. All right, see you on the other side.
This was not included on your tour.
What's going on, beach bums? Alrighty, a little bit of a wrap up from today's greatest outdoor adventure. That was a lot of fun. Definitely everything that we wanted and expected and more. I truly feel. Sorry, I'm in my cabin kind of doing this wrap up, so bear with me here. Okay, so and I really wanted to do this first because there's some things I really wanted to. Oh, the lighting's good in here. Yeah, okay. I really wanted to point out because I think it's really important. I did see some of this stuff in questions like asked in Facebook or some of the reviews. Some people did some really good reviews, so some of the stuff was covered, but I'm just gonna just address them here firsthand because we literally just did this today. So first of all, you're gonna go to a meetup spot, and you'll see this in this video. So this video will have like the start of our day. At some point when we got there, they didn't let me film, and I'll explain where I couldn't film throughout the process. And then Yeah, so and then we did buy the pictures and videos, so I'm going to insert those in here somehow, either before this or after this wrap up. So I'm not sure, so editing honey, we'll figure that out. Anyway, so let me just, again, I want to cut it to the chase. I don't want this to be too drawn out and then you guys miss out on some what I feel is really important information. Okay, so the meeting spot, when you get here to Puerto Vallarta, it's not clearly evident where you're supposed to go, okay? And, you know, again, listen, and this is why I like to keep things, I love Carnival, this and everything else, but to me, whether it's Carnival, even my own business or anything like that, you can't get better unless you hear constructive criticism, right? So if you're gonna try to, you know, give me some hate in the comments, feel free to, but at the end of the day, no one, and I think most people will agree with me, no one can get better unless you get this constructive criticism. And this will be in my survey for all of you, like, oh, did you put it in your survey? Yes, it'll be in my survey, okay? With that said, all right, here we go. So when you get off the ship, it's not clearly evident where you're supposed to go, okay? It's not clearly evident where you're supposed to go. We kind of started going towards, you know, the exit, what we, you know, figured was probably the exit area. And then finally we saw a thing where it said like tours, and you'll see that. And I mentioned that in the video, but I just wanted to, you know, some people like to skip through and all that stuff. So I just want to make sure I pointed out again that look for that sign, the tour sign, and then go in. There'll be like a roped off area, and then you'll go in there and then find your tour, your Carnival tour. I know that in other places it's clearly evident. Like I said, I've gone to Ensenada, I'll mention this in the video, and you see there's a kiosk outside, this and that, or the people wearing the orange vests and things like that. So, you know, I don't know if this was just this trip, so let me know in the comments if other trips you've gone on and there was somebody waiting for you out there. Normally Carnival does a good job. They usually have somebody outside saying, hey, you know, are you on this tour, or a paddle, something, right? Anyway, just I'm saying that for other people so that you know where to go. Okay, let's move on. I think I made my point there. All right, so then once we got there, you know, we had to wait, and they tell you to get there 15 minutes before I think it was a 12:30 start, or, you know, a meetup time. They tell you to get there 15 minutes early, and shortly after that 12:30 mark, we were headed towards the speedboat. So you take a speedboat over to it's not really an island, it's kind of like a little cove. That speedboat is awesome, but it's very bumpy. If those of you that are prone to, you know, motion sickness or seasickness and things like that, you know, just be aware. Again, I'm saying all this just so that people are making informed decisions, okay? So just be aware that it's really, there's parts, I don't say all of it, but there's parts where it gets a little choppy. Not terrible. My wife gets prone to, you know, motion sickness. She's had that here on the cruise, but had no issue on the speedboat. But I'm just making you aware there's a little bit of choppiness on the water sometimes, a few times. Okay, so the speedboat gets into this little cove area. We get to the little cove area, and again, you'll see, I'll probably try to insert some of the footage of the speedboat. I don't know what it's going to be like with wind. I might have to put some music over it, so I just wanted to mention that. When you get to the little cove area, I think I show that in the video. Again, I won't know until I get to the editing portion. I'm trying to remember. So when you get there, yes, I did, because I pointed out that there's a little convenience store there in case you forgot to bring water and that kind of thing. You can, you know, if you want some snacks, because the food, and I'll get to that, is not until the end of this thing. So just be prepared. If you hadn't eaten before, or, you know, want to bring some snacks with you, be prepared, because the food portion of the barbecue lunch is not until the end of this tour. So just be aware of that. So again, we grabbed some waters, some chips for the girls, and that kind of thing. Okay, so that part we waited a while because they were waiting for these trucks, these trucks that take you up to the excursion. Okay, so that was a little bit of a wait. No huge deal. It's okay. Gave you time to go buy the snacks and do whatever. No biggie, right? Sometimes things just get delayed. No worries. All right, so on those trucks, this is what I want to get to. Those trucks, once you go off road, like there's like some flat roads or whatever. And I'm sorry, guys. I know this sounds like a lot, but this is very, very important information. So please bear with me. On the trucks, once they get off road, it is a bumpy ride, folks. I mean, they you know, you're wearing your seatbelts. They have little like harnesses to grab onto above you, you know, but it is super, super bumpy. You're going up, you know, the mountainside. And listen, I know they tell you, you know, if you have back problems or if you're pregnant or whatever, you know, don't do this tour. I'm telling you right now, yeah, if you have any issue with your back or pregnant, do not. I mean, don't try to be sneaky, especially if you're like in early stages of pregnancy or you think, oh, you know, blah, blah, blah. It is, again, full disclosure, super, super bumpy. So just, again, be very, very aware of that, guys and gals. Okay, and then when you take that up, when you get to the final spot, and it's, okay, so the speedboat's about 25 minutes or so, and then the road up to this, you know, this truck ride, I think is another 25-30 minutes. Felt like forever. it was super bumpy. Okay, then you get to the mule ride part of it. Okay, that mule ride again is up some very steep cliffs, and you're, you know, they're very good. They're very, I have to say, Vallarta Adventures was awesome. They were very thorough in their safety measures and their explanations. So, you know, they did the you know, the mule like overview, like do this. So they'll explain all that to you. But, you know, they're animals, right? They're going to do stuff. They're going to wander off, run on their own, you know. So make sure I was telling my girls, you know, teenagers, right? Like, listen to the instructions, right? Because you can get really, really hurt, injured, whatever, falling off those mules. So listen, you know, lean forward, you know, going up, lean back, going down, you know, left, right, all that stuff. Listen very, very carefully to the detailed instructions that they give you. Again, I'm just letting you know, because those mules will do some of these things that you know, don't expect them to start running, this and that. So they're going to pull back, all that stuff. So again, sorry again, I'm gonna apologize again that this is long-winded, but very, very good. I didn't see any of this information. The reason why I'm doing this video, I didn't see this in any of the, and some of them were very well done, some of the you know, feedbacks and stuff like that, but I didn't see it in any of the Facebooks and stuff. So that's why I'm taking the time to do this, because I really care to put out information. Those of you who follow me know I'm all about getting that info to you. Okay, so the mule ride, just be very aware. And again, steep climb, so that goes on for a little bit. When you finally get to the top, then you start, you know, you get off the mules, and then they'll start getting you ready for the zip line stuff. So you have the zip lines. I think there's 2 to start out with. Again, very good, very thorough with their instructions. Make sure, please, especially if you have young kids, make sure they're listening to the instructions. You can get really hurt, you know, putting your hand in the wrong spot, all those things. So please make sure, again, I was very adamant with my girls, please close your mouths and listen. Even adults, some adults, right? You know, listen to those instructions. That, you know, you don't want to hurt yourself, and they're very good, like, about checking everything. So you go through the 2 zip lines, and then we did the I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember the order. It was a long day, and it was a fun day. We did the so zip line, then we did the rappelling down. Oh, and then one of the zip lines, so we rappelled down the cliffside, which was really, really cool, and then another zip line into the water, and that was really fun. And then there was a water slide, and the one thing, and it's that this is more on me than the guide, but he forgot to remind me, and I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't cross my legs, and man, cross your legs. Do not forget. Don't wait for the guide to remind you. It was a very painful reminder at the end that I should have crossed my legs. Anyway, for the fellas, cross your legs. Okay, with that said, moving on. So the water slide was really cool. Then you know, there was more zip lines. There was this really fun, like a roller coaster kind of zip line. They had this thing where you're kind of like on a surfboard, like 2 people at a time, kind of like a zip line. I'm trying to remember all this, and some of these they videoed some of the stuff and took pictures. So again, I want to insert as many of those things in here so you get a little visual of what I'm talking about, and maybe some things that I missed. And I may or may not, I'm not sure, after I get home and do some editing, I may pop on and talk about some things, like if I'm looking at the pictures and videos and go, oh, I forgot to say that. So be prepared for more of this this face and this talking. Sorry, guys. All right. Yeah, so then And then there's the final water slide, and I know I'm missing probably something in between there, but again, there's more likely I'm going to pop on later. I really want to cover like the safety stuff, the stuff that, you know, that people really need to be aware of, and then you'll see, like I said, in the videos. The last one again was this really intense water slide. It was really, I mean, you were wearing this like I would say like a lacrosse helmet. Like it was like a big helmet with this face mask. I'm thinking, whoa, how bad can this be? You are bouncing around in that last water slide. It was fun, don't get me wrong. Big drop at the beginning, and then you're going through an enclosed water slide. Again, I'm pointing this out because for some people that are on the fence, are like, oh, am I going to do this? The first water slide that we did was open. The second one was closed, open, and then there was a closed portion. So some people I know get claustrophobic, so I want you to be aware that there is a closed portion of that last water slide when you go down. So be aware of that. And then you end up at the end where you have your barbecue lunch, which was really good. They had carne asada, chicken, sausage, quesadilla, all kinds of salsas, pico de gallo. It was really, really a very, very good lunch. I was thinking something like, you know, it's included in the thing, it's gonna be, no, it was amazing. It was really, really good. Beans, there's some beans and stuff too. So, okay. I think, and then after, you know, you eat, and then you can go buy pictures and videos. I mentioned that a few times here. We bought the one that was like a little over $200. I think it was $209. It was just this little USB drive. There's an option where I think it's $248. Don't quote me on that price, but a little bit more, maybe $284 or something like that. Anyway, to include like some kind of photo album or whatever. I just wanted the thumb drive. I wanted the digital photos and videos. So they'll ask you if you want to buy those, and you can go look at them and make your decision. For anybody that's thinking about bringing cameras or GoPros, and this is what I was gonna say. So on the Speedboat, I think I got a little bit of footage. I'll probably put that in there, some B-roll, and maybe some music over, just so you can kind of see it. On the truck, I may have got a little bit of footage just so you can kind of get an idea of what the truck looks like. But once you got there, they locked everything up in a big locker. I knew I missed something. They give you a big old bag, the group, and then you put all your personal belongings and stuff in this bag, and then what I kind of envisioned was personal lockers. No personal lockers. There's like a big old plastic or a big old bag, and everybody's throwing all their stuff in there, and then they lock it up, and then you come and get it at the end. So yeah, no, I wasn't allowed to bring my GoPro. So you know, of course, they want to sell you their pictures and videos. I get it. So I wasn't able to bring my GoPro. So just keep that in mind. You know, you can use it throughout, you know, the other parts of the trip. You just can't use it then during the Vallarta adventures and when you're there. Again, like I said, I'm sure once I get to the pictures and videos part of this, I may remember some things and I'll jump on. Again, sorry that this was a little bit long-winded, but I feel like the information is valuable. I hope you find the information valuable. If you have any questions, any questions, drop them down in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer them. I think I could probably answer most of the questions, because again, I may or may not remember to add something, maybe even later. So again, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'm here to help. That's why I do these videos. It's all about helping out each other. Like I said, I did my research, right? You know, but a lot of this wasn't covered, or I missed it, or whatever. So that's why I wanted to share this with all of you, and hopefully we can all help each other through the community. All right. For those of you that are new, that it may catch this, I'll say this now in case I don't do an add-on. If you're new to the channel, you like informational videos, that's what I do here on this channel, on the beach life. So feel free to subscribe if you're into that and want those notifications. If not, thank you for watching this video, and hopefully we'll catch you on another one. We'll talk to y'all soon.